Hello, friends. Perez Hilton here. I look so pale right now. It's just the exposure. And I don't mind being pale. No skin cancer. It's been a couple of days since I've made a daily recap video because I've been so busy. I interviewed Ariadna Gutierrez from Celebrity Big Brother and also the winner, my friend Marissa Jarrett Winokur. If you haven't seen either of those two videos, check them out somewhere in the related section. Also, I had a performer come here yesterday and sing a song in my backyard, Josephina. If you missed that, also check it out as well. And tonight, I'm going to Vegas. I'm so excited. And it's officially March, and it's officially my birthday month, and I'm going to be 40 in just 3 weeks. But I'm happy. I've got 3 beautiful kids. My mother is still alive and healthy-ish. I'm alive and healthy-ish, and you right now are watching this. After 14 years, I never take this for granted. Right now, in this moment, I want to send you my deepest appreciation, love, respect, adoration. Thank you. All right, let's get right to it. I want to start off by talking about Tori Spelling. If you haven't heard yet, the authorities went to Tori Spelling's house early this morning in Los Angeles. There was not domestic violence. There was not a death, but there was an apparent nervous breakdown. That is what is being reported by multiple sites. And yesterday in the evening, Tori called the police because she thought there was a break-in in her home. It ended up just being her husband, Dean. It's clear that she's going through something. Her husband, has put her through a lot. Admitted infidelity. She also has been struggling with money issues. A lot of people suing Tori Spelling for cash that is allegedly owed to them, including credit card companies. And also, she's got 5 kids. And that's hard. And it doesn't matter if she knew what she was getting into or not. As a parent, I hate to see other parents struggling. Or as a human being, I don't want to see her struggling. That's awful. I just want to send her positive vibes. I know her. Prayer circle for Tori Spelling. And actually, I'm going to talk about prayer later on in this broadcast. But let me move on next to some Taylor Swift news. A couple of Taylor Swift items. First, the breaking news tidbit. Taylor, who has been very shy on social media recently, just took to Instagram story to share the exciting news that not only will Camila Cabello be opening up for her on the Reputation tour this summer, but so will Charlie XCX, another Perez's fave. It's going to be like girl power this summer, and I can't wait. I, of course, am going to the show. I've gone to every single one of Taylor Swift's tours, and I would not miss this one. Speaking of Taylor Swift, rock legend Keith Richards had some not so very nice things to say about Tay-Tay. This is what the Rolling Stones guitarist said. "Good luck, girl. Wish her well while it lasts. I've just been around too long to be picking the bones out of kids. It wouldn't be fair of me, and I've always been an opinionated bastard. Taylor is a pretty girl, just a flavor of the month." We'd say more like flavor of the decade. That's what I would say, because Taylor Swift has had a career that's 10 plus years long and has sold more albums than almost all of her peers, with the exception of Adele. I think somebody that's proven to be incredibly successful for a decade plus is not a flavor of the month. And somebody who continually tops themselves, album after album, setting new record after new record, a million plus debut, another million plus debut, another million plus debut. Nobody else has done that. Taylor Swift, in many ways, is in a league of her own, and like Celine Dion, will seamlessly transition to legacy artists like the Rolling Stones, like U2, like Madonna. Taylor Swift is not going to go away ever unless she wants to go away. Taylor Swift will always be able to tour and have a large following. So, Sir Keith Richard, that's to you, bud. He's definitely an opinionated bastard, as he says. And wrong. He's just wrong here. All right. From Taylor Swift to another opinionated person, Donald Glover. He is not somebody who gives many interviews, and now I know why. In a new interview for the upcoming season of his TV show Atlanta, he sat down with the New Yorker and said some things that he's probably going to regret, or he should. He says he's better than Chris Rock. He also says that he's chosen by Jesus to be successful. And he said a bunch of other crap. If you want to read everything he said, I've got it all up on PerezHilton.com right now. In more TV news, a lot of people had an opinion and felt strongly against Netflix for giving Tiffany Haddish a stand-up comedy special deal and only paying her $800,000. Sure, Tiffany Haddish is hot right now, but she only has one noticeable credit to her name, Girls Night. It did very well, but that's it. And that could have been a fluke. And that was a movie with other women that were equally billed. We don't know if she was the draw for that film. And she's happy with her $800,000. So if she's happy with it, why can't everybody else? You know, if she thought she was worth more, she should have negotiated more or not accepted the offer. She took it, and it's being smart. Because once she proves to Netflix that she's a draw and that people will watch her stand-up comedy special, her next one, oh, she's going to get paid a lot more. So you did you, and you did you right, Tiffany Haddish. In more TV-related news, it's going to be very interesting to see how everything pans out this Sunday at the Oscars in relation to Ryan Seacrest. There's been a lot of chatter from high-powered publicists that their clients are going to skip talking to him. They may speak to Juliana Rancic, but she won't be on the carpet. Seacrest is going to be on the carpet. So I don't know how that's going to work. Or maybe at the last minute, they'll just switch Seacrest and Juliana. That is what would make sense to me. But you know what? He's got the support of his co-host on Live with Kelly and Ryan. Kelly Ripa has publicly supported Ryan Seacrest amidst his former stylist making some very shocking allegations against him and an eyewitness allegedly corroborating these allegations. So it's a story to keep an eye out on, and I will keep you guys updated on it. In more TV-related news, have you guys been watching The Bachelor? I don't want to spoil it, in case you haven't, so don't worry. And this is just the rumor, but there's a rumor that Ari, I think his name is, whatever the hell his name is, does something lame. And I don't even, why am I really talking? I'll save it for the podcast with Chris Booker, but it's so lame. He's so lame. All right. In more TV-related news, the Jersey Shore Family Vacation on MTV hasn't premiered yet, but it's already been renewed for a second season. As I've said before, bring back The Hills as well and cast me on it, please. Papa Perez wants to be doing TV. I'm desperate. I'm putting it out there. I'm being thirsty as, you know. All right. An update on Kevin Smith. He is doing better after his Widowmaker heart attack. And also he thanks Chris Pratt for sending prayers his way. Yes, there were some people that were criticizing Chris Pratt for sending prayers. I believe in the power of prayer. There is an energy there. There's an intention there. You don't even have to be praying to God. But why would you criticize somebody for sending literal good vibrations? Those aren't just haters. They're a-holes. All right. In other news, I talk about this on the podcast, so I won't go deep into it. My latest podcast is one of my favorite that we've ever done. If you guys haven't heard it yet, check out the Perez Hilton podcast with Chris Booker. Just Google it. You'll find it, or it's easily on iTunes. Kim Kardashian has come under criticism for cultural appropriation for being on the cover of Vogue India and also wearing a typical Indian outfit. Whatever happened to just paying respect and celebration and appreciation of a culture? You know, to me, appropriation is when you rip off something for profit and don't pay respect. And to me, it doesn't seem like Kim Kardashian is doing that in this instance. All right, I go more into that on the podcast. Also, people are getting heated over my comments about Khloe Kardashian flying overseas to Japan while 8 months pregnant. Listen to the podcast for all of that. Wrapping up our Kardashian Jenner segment of my daily-ish show. Kylie Jenner just debuted her baby girl on Instagram. If this was fancy, I'd show you the photo now, but I do this myself, so there's no fancy editing and no graphics, anything like that. Maybe in the future I'll do that, but for now, just visualize it, and when you're done watching, go see the photo on Instagram. She also has hired some nannies, multiple, and assistants, plural, to help her out, even though she had previously said she wasn't going to do that. I'm glad she did. She needs all the help she can get. Experienced professionals that will help her with her baby. Also, on the podcast this week, I talk about Heather Locklear's arrest. That was wild. Have a lot of thoughts on that. I also talk on the podcast about Barbra Streisand cloning her dog. And would I ever clone myself? Something to think about. Also on the podcast this week, we talk about Stacey Dash running for Congress as a Republican in California. I really want Alyssa Milano to run against her. Sending some positive vibes to Bill Cosby. His daughter, Ensa, has died at just 44 due to renal failure. She was just weeks away from a kidney transplant. That is very sad news. I also talk on the podcast this week about this famous acting coach here in Los Angeles who told a Jewish student of hers to pretend to be Latina to try and get more work. That's on the podcast. Also, the Spice Girls are going to be performing at Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding. Can I be Mel B's +1? I would love that. Some TV news. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is getting the reboot treatment, and the lead will be a female. Alec Baldwin is getting a weekly talk show that will be airing on ABC, and he's just a tool. He is doubling down and defending, once again, accused sexual abusers Woody Allen and James Toback. I've got all the details of that up on PerezHilton.com. More from TV news to some relationship news. Kendall Jenner and Blake Griffin are done. Wah, wah, wah. Blac Chyna is dating an 18-year-old rapper. She likes him young. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom are back on again. And Serena Williams' husband did something really beautiful to welcome her back to professional tennis. He got a few billboards and he put them up, calling her the world's greatest mama of all time. That's so sweet. I am Perez Hilton. As I said earlier, you're awesome. I appreciate you, especially if you're still watching this. You made it to the very end. Mazel. Felicidades. Gracias. Danke. Merci. I appreciate you. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button, follow, subscribe, comment, share, and also follow me on Instagram, the Perez Hilton, on there, as well as Perez Hilton for everything celebrity news. All right, have a great day, friends. Much love. Mwah!